Welcome back to the garage. Today we continue on some more work on the EK. The last video we installed the roll cage and the Cusco sidebars. Today we are going to work on getting the hybrid racing billet shifter installed. So let me show you what I have in here right now. Right now, this swap was done the old school way, where you use the OEM R6 shifter assembly and shifter cables. You cut a hole in your tunnel of the car and you mount it from the bottom. And in this one, it was use a Ktuned plate, which they still sell, people still use, but I'm ready for an upgrade on this. So you can see the cutout there. I went to the store and bought some thick 16 gauge piece of sheet metal there. So I'm going to be removing this and welding this piece of sheet metal back in its place so I can mount the Ktuned shifter. Damn it. Alright. So we got the OEM shifter cables. So those shifter cables and the shifter cable brackets are going to be swapped out for Ktuned. For the Ktuned brackets with the Ktuned race cables. Let me show you the plates. So this is mounted from the bottom, which I just reminded myself that I'm gonna have to drop that exhaust, which I hate fucking shit with the exhaust, man. I just hate messing with the exhaust bolts. It's dirty, it gets all over your eyes, but I don't have to do that. So today I'm kind of just prepping things. Tomorrow I'm probably going to do most of the work, but my goal today is I already removed some of the brackets that were here in the way that I'm not going to need anymore. I'm going to see if I can remove this here. That'd make things a little bit easier as well. And I'm going to see if I can drop that shifter, which means I'm going to have to drop the exhaust. So that's my plan for today. So, but many times I've said that I'm going to do just a certain amount of work and I get more done. That's why I am who I am. I just sometimes I forget where I'm at and I just continue on, and sooner before you know it, you're done. But today I don't plan on doing too much. We had a hike this morning and I'm pretty beat, so I just kind of want to get things started, get things rolling, and you know, hopefully this week this car's running. So that's how I feel right now, victorious as fuck. I just finished fucking with this for about 45 minutes. So if you have a sway bar and you have one of these mounted from the bottom of the car, it's most likely going to be fish between the sway bar and subframe. And these ends here will just not fit. They won't. So I had to get a long screwdriver to between the sway bar and the subframe. Pry it. It was a big screwdriver. Pry it so I can get a like a 1-inch breaker bar or some shit like that. It's like about this long. I can make space for that and then use that for leverage. And even then I have to really put some pressure on it while I pull. And I got to mount. Otherwise I would have to drop the sway bar, and I did not want to do that. So where we at? We got, as you can see, we got that shifter assembly out. So the cables are disconnected. So now what I'm going to do is remove that bracket. There's a bracket that goes right there. You can see the bolts going up through it. So there's a bracket under those thingamajiggies where that plates will mount to. So I want to get that out. I want to disconnect the AM ECU that's gonna be behind the carpet, and I am going. And I'm going to. So I want to disconnect that. So when we weld that plate on, I don't fry it. That's a $1,400 ECU, so I don't want to fry it. So for now, I'm just going to clean up, put the tools away, and I'll trace it up tomorrow. My buddy's here. It'll be easier. Someone hold it from the bottom, mark it, and trace it, and cut it, and weld. So today I'm gonna clean up, put tools away, and just get ready for tomorrow. So it'll all be the same video here. We'll get the shifter installed before we finish watching this video. So look at my fucking hands, man. It's just dirty. So yeah, we'll be back at it here in a minute. So this is gonna be I want to try to use this, but if I have any issues, I may not, depending on, because this was designed to go over the heater. If you remove the heater hoses, you don't have no more heat in the hole. You put this in this place where the cable's through, but we still have heat. I have AC and heat in this car, so I'm gonna drill some holes and maybe I can still use this. So I won't chafe. If not, I'll just use this rubber grommet that's in it. Here is the Ktuned shifter, by the way. The Ktuned race shifter with Ktuned's race cables. So quite a bit of difference. Look, it's a very nice looking piece, that's for sure. Got the spoon shift knob. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be using this right now. I like heavy shift knobs, but we'll see. So yeah, look at that, check it out. So I drilled a little pilot hole here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, but I drilled a little pilot hole there, and then I went inside to see where it's at, and it may work. So you can see what's that over there. So I took off some of the carpet. So I may go there. I may go a little more right, but yeah, it's kind of tight and cramped down here, especially when we have heat. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm just not gonna go lower and then have to go through those sway bars again. It would have been a lot easier if I didn't have those shifters over there, because I still got to weld that plate there. But we'll be welding that later on. Okay, so that pilot hole that I showed you earlier, I want to try not to go there. Instead, I want to go below the heater hoses. And well, on the EK, it's a little more difficult than the EG. The EG, there's the airbag stuff on a bracket that everything bolts right off. On the EK, that unit is mounted on this, which is spot welded to the car. It's very hard to get in that little tight area to remove those spot welds. I got a long flathead screwdriver, got into those spot welds, and just started hitting them. This long one here, I hit it with a cutter, and I popped it off. Let me show you where it was at. So yeah, my goal is to get it somewhere down there. That's my goal. So whether I'll accomplish that goal, I don't know, but I want to try to get to that spot to get the cleanest look. So it's gonna be down here, and even then it's kind of a double walled area, so I want to try to go in there. It's gonna be tough. It will be, especially since I have all this AC stuff and vents, which I plan on keeping for a while. So let's see if I can do that. New day. The fuck was that? So I got the sheet metal. I got it traced out where I want to cut it. I started the cutting, and I went to the store and I bought some soft tapping screws, and I decided to not do that. So we're gonna weld instead. My buddy is coming over with his welder, so we're just gonna go ahead and weld it on. I disconnected the ECU already, so I don't fry it by accident. I don't know if it will or not, but people say you should disconnect it. So Just go ahead and finish cutting this template. When it gets here, we start welding. So my plan is to get this from the bottom up, and then weld around here. So that's the plan. Okay, so far I'm pretty happy with where I'm getting here. I got the sheet metal mounted from the bottom. I'm using self-tapping screws to kind of hold it in place. Now it's not completely flat on the bottom of the tunnel, so I got a big hammer, and I hit it on the edges so it can conform to the tunnel. So now between hammering it into shape and using the soft tapping screws, it's up against curving the hole pretty flush. So now we can go ahead and weld around there. So let me show you. You can see the self tapping screws. I got 3. So I hammered it from the bottom to form it, and then I'm using the soft tapping screws to push up against it. I also went around with the hammer up here to kind of hit the slip down a little bit. And let me show you in the bottom. I got the ECU disconnected, by the way. You can see I use a soft tap screw to prop that part there and there. These 2 holes here are where the other mount used to go through for the bolts. What up, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on, guys? Back.
So yeah, you can see where I hammered it right here. So yep.
Finishing up the drive tunnel. Just getting some spot welds down.
Oh, I gotta turn it on.
Oh yeah, that'd be helpful. Get some spot welds down, closing up those gaps.
You have your dash out of your car already, huh?
Yeah.
This is so much easier to do with the dash out. Oh, if you haven't seen, we already got that plate welded in. Yeah, I got the plate welded in. The welds don't look the best, but they work. Cleaned it up a bit with the grinder. A grinder will make anybody a half decent welder to say. I'm trying to work on this cut. It's already cut through. You can see the subframe there, but we're not going to be able to use this mount. It's too tight of a spot where it's at, so we're just going to try to get the grommet in there. Oh, hi. So we got this hole there drilled out. We fished the cables to make sure it's going to work. It's going to work. So now what we did here is we you want to make sure to put this on first. We have to pull it back out. Then a grommet, or you can do the grommet after because it's got slits on the sides. Then we're going to fish it through, and then we're just going to mount this on the inside instead of the outside. So it's not going to look cool from the bay, but it'll do its job from keeping the cables fraying. And considering the location, I'm just going to tap these corners with screws. And I'll just save this harder for another time when I get easier access. This way at least the cables are protected. So we just removed the bracket for the shifter. It's over here. These race cables come with, get the race cables, they do come with this one, which is a little nicer. So I'm going to put this on. So, let's see. It goes like this, and then it looks like the spacer goes on that side. Oh, the one that came off, I only had 3 bolts, huh?
Yeah.
This one had fucking has 4.
Different mounting position for different trans, maybe.
Probably. Looks better than the factory one.
I'd say.
It goes last.
How many times you reach for your first Allen key and get it first try, dude?
The past 3 times I reached for Allen key in that bag without even looking. It's been the past 3 times I get lucky on the first grab. I did lose a cotter pin, so I'm gonna have to fucking find one or look for one around here.
Yeah, we'll get one. Yeah, I just finished getting that bib boy in there. That all squared away. Just gotta make sure that that rubber grommet's gonna be adjusted to fit the holes we drilled in the frame itself, so it doesn't rad against any of that and get frayed on the cables. Just finishing this up right now.
What's cool about these though is that you don't have to use the fucking pins up there.
Yeah, those setting pins.
And then this one. So we found this to be easier to connect. The fucking connect the tips before putting it on the brackets.
bracket.
Yeah. Have you figured out how you're going to mount your shifter down the road?
Eventually I do want to do the billet one.
Alright guys, my buddy just left, so yeah. I just got to bolt this down, but that's about it. Two bolts here, then a bolt here, and that'll be it. So I'm not going to bore you with that. You can see it's not the prettiest looking thing, but it's doing its job. I want to clean it up later on. And there you go. Look how much better that looks. Alright guys, I gotta go inside and get some dinner. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this install deal here. And like the video, subscribe, share it, whatever. Alright, peace.